Welcome to One More Thing, a ministry of First Baptist Kirksville. I'm Jason Marlin. I'm here with Travis Kirkman. And we've got some special guests with us today. All right, we're here with Rod Sadler and also Tammy Sadler. Thank you guys for being here. Sure. We're excited about our last installment of our Discipleship Pathway. And today we're going to talk about D groups and actually how to lead a D group. And I've got two masters here today, two masters of leading a D group. So I want you guys to tell us, first of all, how did you guys start kind of leading D groups? How did that start? Tammy, you lead us off because I think you were kind of in the initial phase of this, right?
Yes. Charles Hunsaker contacted me and wanted me to be a part of the core group that would be the first people that would be involved in the D groups, and we learned how to do it. And it was interesting. I didn't want to do it at first, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I prayed about it, and I felt like God said, you can do this. You have to, there's no problem with this. You have to do this. Yeah. So once I started, I really enjoyed it. And then once we were trained on how to lead a group, then we each chose a person or two to be our first people. I had Janine Moak and Joyce Lundstrom, and I had two ladies at first, and we just kind of went through it. The program, the curriculum, I guess, Charles did that for us, and I guess with your help, and then it was easy. It was just something that you could follow and that we could just become involved with other people and just invest in their lives. And I'm very close to all the people that I've discipled, but that's kind of how I got started.
Yeah, so I think that first group, there were six of us, and it's only a 10-week little deal. So after that 10-week deal, you go and you search for people, and I think, Rod, you were in my group the first time, right?
Yes. Yeah, Adam and I.
Yeah, you and Adam, and we met for 10 weeks, and really got to know each other really well, and hopefully instilled some things in your life, I hope, that have carried on. Yes. And really, when we talk about D groups, Travis, I think it all starts with your walk. Like, you have to be the example, right? So to talk about that a little bit, like you have to, it all starts with your walk. You have to set the example. So why do we say that?
We say that because, we're leading other people. And so to be less hypocritical, I guess you could say, we want to make sure that we are training up others in things that we do ourselves. Lead by example.
Yeah.
Right?
So Paul said this in 1 Corinthians 11:1. He said, "Be imitators of me as I imitate Christ." So, that's a really high bar if you want to ask people like, hey, follow me. Be a Christian like I'm a Christian. So then we talk about identifying people. You said you identified too. How do you go about identifying people, Rod? How do you find people to disciple?
Well, I picked people that I worked close with, or that I was close with, or friends with.
Yeah.
And that made it easier. My first one was David Van Lanningham. We're both have a lot of things in common, and it was easy, especially with the manual that Charles and you helped develop. Very simple to follow, and it just made you dig deeper into the Word, and I really enjoyed it and thought it was it changed a lot of my way of how I did things, and that still goes on with the journaling and. Especially the journaling, that was something I didn't think of.
Someone who has never journaled before.
No, and I didn't think I could do it, but I'm still doing it, and it's just something I do, and it helps me to get deeper into each passage I find. Following the church plan that you put out in January, I follow it, and just 5 days a week, and it makes me get deeper into it, and I enjoy going through the Bible, especially the Old Testament part that's harder to understand, and their journaling breaks it down and makes it easier.
Yeah, so one of the things we try to do at D Group is we want to focus on the Word. We want to focus on the Bible. So one of the main emphasis we try to do is try to teach how to study the Bible. And I think a lot of times people will get scared. Maybe like they get intimidated by the Bible. They I don't know what to do, or I read it and I don't understand it. Do you know what I mean by that?
100%, I know what you mean. We were talking in a class last night, kind of talking about the church in the wilderness, worship in the wilderness. We're talking about Abraham and the blood sacrifices and how God set up a way for the people to be close to him. And most people, including myself at times, especially early on in my walk, I'm going to read that and say, how does this pertain to me? And kind of be intimidated by it because it doesn't make sense to my normal life that I have now. But when we realize that the Bible tells the story of salvation from the beginning to the end, the story of the gospel speaks of Jesus throughout the whole Bible, it makes more sense why we need to know those things.
So I want to kind of dig down a little deeper on this for you guys. You're talking about like how to study the Bible. Before we kind of started pushing record, you guys were telling me a little bit about your study habits and kind of how you do this in the morning and all that. Would you kind of just refresh that and talk about how that kind of has started now and kind of changed over since you started the D groups and all?
Right.
Well, after Rod finished with you in D group, we sit down in the mornings. We're early risers. We like to get up early, and we sit down before we ever take our walk in the morning or anything, and we do a couple of devotions together, and then we study the Bible. We're sitting in the same room, but we're not actually studying the same section together. And if we do have any questions, we bounce those off of each other. And then after we finish with our study that we do and our journaling of the day, then we will pray together. And that's just kind of the habit that we've gotten into, and we did not do that before D groups. Mm-hmm. So now that we have done the D groups, it's like very easy, just something that just comes for us every morning that we do that.
It starts our day off on a positive note.
It does. And then we can talk about anything while we take our walks. We usually walk in the morning, then after that, and we can talk about, bounce things off of each other, how we, what he was reading, what I was reading, and any questions that we might have.
So Rod, you never journaled, right, beforehand?
No.
All right, but you do now.
Yes.
So what is that? How do you enjoy it? Do you like? I mean,
well, at first it was like this is hard. Then after. It's like anything. After you do it for a while, it gets easier, And now it's not even a second habit. It's the journaling. The here is what's called highlight, explain, application, respond. So you find a verse in my daily reading. Usually it's a chapter or two each day on the reading program.
Something that really
there'll be a
speaks
verse
to
in there that just jumps out, and then you write that verse down. You do a little research. Google's great for that too. You can, if you don't understand it, and then you write down what it means. Then you try to apply that verse to your life, and then at the end you pray over it, and it just changes the way I never did that.
Yeah.
So the journaling just made everything more real, more.
It helps you to understand the Bible,
yes.
Whereas before you read it, and you might get it or you might not, and now it's.
And the journaling, 15, 20 minutes is all it is.
So you guys have been in church, a long period of time, right?
Yes.
How would you say that being a part of a D group has grown you spiritually? What would you?
Well,
It's
leaps
beyond,
and bounds.
It's beyond measure.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even express how it's changed our lives. It really has. We've changed our attitudes. We've changed how we just handle everything in our lives because of being in a D group. And now, the more you disciple others, you're staying in in a D group with others, and it's amazing what changes it can bring to your life. It's hard to even explain until you get in there and you dig in and you do it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I want to encourage the people who are listening or whatever is whenever you're a part of a D group, and especially when you're doing a D group, is to focus on the eternal impact. Because it really is, you're changing people's lives. And one of my favorite missionaries was a guy named C.T. Studd. And I like that because isn't that a cool name? Yeah, C.T. Studd. And he wrote this. He says, "Only one life 'twill soon be past, but only what's done for Christ will last." And that's just kind of reminding us to focus on eternal impact. And Rod, I really want you to kind kind of close us out here today and talk about how this eternal impact really impacted you,
Right.
especially when we're talking about these D groups.
Right. Well, you're talking about my mother here,
Yeah,
right?
I am.
Is that when we came here, I think everybody knows I bring my mom to church. She was not churched. My family does not have a church background.
Once a month.
Yeah. So one of the things when Mom moved here, she made a deal with us that, okay, you got your own house and you can live there, but I want you to go to church with me once a month. Okay. And she did that in Kansas City before we moved here. And she'd come once a month and she'd hear the message and we'd look at her and it's just like nothing's happening. And we were kind of discouraged a little bit that she would come once a month, but it was more of an obligation instead of. But when I took when we went through the class, the D group, we got to week 6 and that's salvation. And Pastor explained to me the Roman road, how it worked with the bridge. And he showed Adam and I how to do that. And my assignment was to go and share that with somebody. Well, the first person I thought it was my mother. And I went to her house after that class and I sat down and I explained it to her. Now, the good news, the Lord had prepared her heart, softened her heart. She was ready to hear that message. And I explained it to her and she looked at me and it made sense. It clicked. Everything clicked. And my mom at that point says, I'd like to go and talk to the pastor and know a little bit more. And it's like, wow, okay, great. I made a call right then, and we set up in a meeting, and she came up, and then in your office, the Lord led her, and she accepted the salvation, and a couple weeks later, she was baptized, and now my mom's at church, and she's growing and maturing and reading her Bible, and it was just like that. I'll never forget that.
She was 81.
81 at the time.
When she received salvation.
Yes.
And it was just amazing to us.
Yeah, and through my mom's baptism and stuff, the ripple effect, other people have really seen that, and it gave and I think at the time my mom's the oldest person you ever baptized.
Yeah.
And her story is a great to share with others.
And she's been using it with
Yes.
some of her family when she calls them
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm. And just the eternal impact.
Yes.
Now as a son, one day, hopefully a long time in the future,
Right.
but when she passes away, you're going to be able to say,
Right.
my mom's in heaven.
Yes. And that's
you're going to.
That's an awesome. It just brings joy to my heart,
Yeah,
and to see her in church and how much it's changed her life. And it's all started with the D groups.
Yeah, yeah. So again, let me just close it. Would you like to encourage anybody? So what we're doing is we're trying to push D groups. We're trying to encourage people. So, do you have any words of encouragement to anybody that's listening right now? To be a salesperson, how could you sell D groups to anybody that's listening?
Well, it's not hard. The paperwork, all the forms we give, the books they have, are really easy to follow. And I would encourage anybody, especially if you
Yes.
want to it's the next step, to take that next step.
And if anybody's thinking about it just a little bit, you ask somebody. Ask me. I just finished with Alize Bray. We just finished, and I hate to say finished because I don't want to be finished with her. I want to keep in contact with her and encourage her as she's going to go on and disciple others. And that's the main thing. You disciple and then you go on to disciple others. And it is not hard, as you said. It is something that will bring a joy to your life. It's just something that you can become closer to other brothers and sisters in Christ. And if you've ever thought, I've asked people and they've said, no, not right now. Well, I'm going to get back with those people and see, if they've changed their minds or whatever. And I just want to encourage anybody. It's time. Just do it. Pray about it. And the Lord will lead you in that direction.
So if you're interested in signing up for a D group, I think Sarah's going to let us know. So Sarah, tell us about one more thing on how you can get involved in D groups right now.
Thanks, guys. D groups really are a vital part of our church here at First Baptist. If you have questions about discipleship groups, I would love for you to email me at office@firstbaptistkirksville.com. We have many people at our church who have walked through the steps of discipleship, just like Rod and Tammy, and they're now ready to follow through with their next generation of disciples. I would love to help you get connected. I'd love to answer your questions and tell you what D groups look like. And if you're just ready to make the plunge, I'd love to connect you with leaders who are ready to lead others in discipleship. Can't wait for you to join discipleship groups right here at First Baptist.
Well, thanks, Sarah. Listen, I really would hope that everybody out there listening would sign up, ask somebody how to be a part of a D group. We want you to grow, mature. Every healthy thing grows, and we want you to be a mature Christian. Now I think it's our favorite time, first family fun time, right? That's what
right.
it is. First family fun time. And aren't you excited?
So excited.
You get to be a part of our first family fun time. We don't know what it is yet, so Sarah, tell us what is our first family fun game today.
All right, so we've traveled a good bit with Tammy and Rod, so I know a little bit about you. I know you're from a generation a little ahead of ours. So this game's going to play to your advantage, not to theirs. Well, not to Jason's.
Oh, great.
Jason, actually, I'm going to let you play with Travis because there's no hope for you otherwise.
That's us.
And then Rod and Tammy, you're going to work together.
Good.
This game's going to be called Finish the Lyrics, and it's all based on 50s songs.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got it.
Travis.
That might
My
be
wheelhouse.
That's
Listen,
even a little
you
before
guys
us.
lived.
before us,
it's
too.
before you.
Yeah.
You'll know these. I know these.
Okay.
Jason knows none of them.
I got Travis there.
You've got
Yeah,
Travis.
Travis, he knows them all.
Travis is going to bail me out. So.
Yes.
Okay, here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to give you a lyric, and you're going to tell me what comes next. And then also, if you can tell me the name of the song and the artist, I'll give you extra points.
I think.
Okay.
Wait, I got a question real quick. Are you giving us the lyric, or are you singing the lyric?
Definitely giving you the lyrics.
All right.
Definitely. All right, here we go. First one. Who's starting?
We'll start.
Okay, Travis is going to start. All right, Travis, are you ready?
Wait,
Sorry.
Travis? Are you saying Jason and Travis?
This is Team Travis.
Travis, if life gets really bad, you might look over there at Jason. But here we go. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit.
And you ain't no friend of mine, Elvis Presley. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Nice job. 3 points off the bat.
We actually
right there.
knew that.
We knew that one.
So you knew it.
You didn't ask us.
They're all that level.
Okay.
Here we go. Are you
You
ready?
never call a rabbit? I would no clue.
Jason, you're more the kind that like makes up words
Yeah.
that aren't accurate. Okay, over to Rod and Tammy. If you knew Peggy Sue, then you'd.
Well, the Peggy Sue is Roy. No, it's not Roy Orbison.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Travis knows it.
I know it.
I don't.
The Peggy Sue.
ready.
Can we steal?
Y'all let you still.
All right, do you not know it?
No.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you know why I feel blue without Peggy. Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy
Buddy
Holly,
Holly.
Peggy Sue. There we go.
But
See,
Buddy
I
Holly's
know
my
Peggy Sue
favorite.
stuff. I
This
had
is-
my sister's name was
This is
Peggy Sue.
Travis.
That was
okay.
an easy one.
Your sister's
Everybody
name
knows
Peggy Sue.
Yeah.
All
It was
right.
Peggy, but I didn't know.
Okay. Travis, I'm going to give you that one, but it's then you know why I feel so blue is
Yeah.
what the internet
He
says.
messed that up.
I mean, but I'm feeling gracious today. Here we go.
I think this is fair. We gotta-
Because believe
we got a
everything
music
you hear on the internet.
This is 50. We're like 70s. We're not
Yes,
as old
we are
as you
70s.
Yeah,
think
but
we
Travis
are.
was born in
Listen,
the 80s.
what about me? I was born in 1985. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You guys know these.
Okay, back to Travis. You ready?
Got it.
Chantilly.
Wait.
Oh, oh.
Travis and
Jason.
Jason.
Sorry,
Travis and Jason.
Come on
Yes,
now.
I know this
Okay.
one.
Yeah, we already know.
Here we go.
I already know this one.
Yeah.
Chantilly lace
Oh.
and a pretty face.
Chantilly lace and a pretty
You
face.
know it? Ponytail hanging down.
I'll just do that part.
No wiggle in the wall.
All right.
Big
Oh,
Bopper.
Rod's ready to get bonus.
The Big Bopper.
Yep.
The Big Bopper.
I'm trying to remember his.
1957.
No, it's newer than that. I'm trying to remember his real name, but he was a Texas DJ, disc jockey,
Oh, nice.
and that was his only.
Name
song.
of the song is?
He also died with Buddy Holly in the
He
plane
died
crash.
with Buddy Holly in the plane crash. yeah.
Bonus.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, the name of the song is
Chantilly lace.
Probably not.
no.
It's not.
Is it? I don't know.
Come back to me.
Yeah.
Now I'm confused.
Actually, I'm going to give Rod a point. It's Chantilly lace.
Is it Chantilly?
Oh.
It is
You
Chantilly.
stole
Yeah.
Stole it.
Here we go. Back to Rod and Tammy. Well, you can knock me down, step on my face. Step in my face. I'm not sure if I wrote that correctly. Well, you can knock me down, step in my face.
Something all over the place.
Yeah.
What's the? knock you down.
Yeah.
It's an
yeah.
odd word. We don't use it a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
these days.
You're on the right track, though.
Yeah. What, Travis knows it.
You know it already?
Yeah, you can knock me down.
It's
Step on my
Elvis.
face. Slander my name all over the place.
I got the
Yeah.
all over the place.
Nice.
Actually, funny story about this song. It's actually Carl Perkins wrote Blue Suede
I was
Shoes.
going to say, I wasn't going to give you Elvis if you came up
Blue
with
Suede
it.
Shoes came out with it. The album was out. Carl Perkins got in a car accident, laid up in the hospital. Sam Phillips, the guy over there at Sun, said, we're going to have Elvis cut this and put it out.
And that
And
became a
so,
hit with him.
feud,
To an accident.
car accident.
There you go.
He didn't get to put out that song. I bet get royalties for it, probably.
Probably. He wrote it.
All right, next one. Okay, back to Rod and Tammy. Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender. Pretending blank.
Now we're back to Roy Orbison, right?
No,
It's not Roy?
no.
The great pretender.
I don't know anything about
Well,
that
the
song.
next.
I'm the great
Yeah.
pretender.
It's really high voice there.
It's oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
a great pretender.
See, I was almost right.
Pretending that
Yeah, there's
I'm
be some woohoos in there.
doing well.
Nice.
That group was.
Who's it by?
Man, who was that group?
If Travis doesn't know it, then
The
I would not have known this one off the top of my head.
what's the first letter of their name?
P?
The Pelicans.
So close. The Platters.
Platters.
The Platters.
Platters.
Okay,
They
back
were.
know
Yep.
this 50s
I remember
music,
that. The
Rod.
back
Platters.
to Jason.
Jason.
Yeah.
This is your moment.
This
Got
is yours. You got this one. I'm giving
Well,
this one to you.
what are we gonna
Garth
tell?
Brooks.
Are you listening?
This is from the 50s.
Well, what are we gonna tell your mama? What are we gonna tell your pa?
What are we going to tell your brother?
No.
No, no.
Well, you're telling your friends when they say, ooh la la.
That's it. You got it. That's it. All right, who sang it?
Don't ask me. I don't
Hey.
know this 50s music. I really don't.
They were brothers.
Are the Everly Brothers?
Yeah.
Everly.
What's the name of the song?
Don't tell your brother.
Another girl name.
Yeah, see, that's my mom's. She would know this if she was. See, you should have
She's
had.
gonna be so
Another-
disappointed when she watches
Another
it.
Yeah, I know.
a girl's name?
Yeah,
What would it be,
it's
Paula?
another girl's name,
Paula?
isn't it?
Yeah, it's another girl's name.
Yeah.
Not Paula.
And it's telling her to do something because they're at the movies.
Travis, you're so gracious.
Yeah.
I like
Not go to
Susie.
sleep, but
Wake up.
Wake up, little Susie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like Travis. Like knows the whole backstory.
I know.
of these.
I know. This is cool.
Okay, all right. Moving back to
We
Jason
should have
and
your
Travis.
guitar here.
it's
You
my
could play
wheelhouse.
all
I could have
these.
played them. I could have played
Yeah.
That would
every
have
one.
been
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. The moon stood still on Blueberry Hill.
On Blueberry
Fats
Hill.
Domino.
Yeah.
The name of the song is Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
What's the next verse, though?
Next.
How about I'll give you a tiny bit?
That's like the end of the. Does it go into the chorus after?
I'm not
That's
sure.
like the end of a verse.
The moon stood still on Blueberry Hill and lingered.
Until.
Uh-huh.
And lingered until my dreams came true.
Nice. You got it. You got it. Okay.
Useless information.
The guitar would have helped a lot.
It was, you could have like picked a little. All right, Rod and Tammy, are you ready?
Yeah.
I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs.
This is another. These are all 50s.
I have no. I
They're
don't
all
know the
50s,
50
yeah.
songs.
We were born in 59, barely.
like
Do
I
you
was a baby.
Yeah.
You're 50s people.
Well, but no, we're 70s. Anything, if you'd have talked about the mid 70s,
Oh, I
But you
saw.
were born in
picked-
59.
You picked the
so-
wrong decade.
Wrong
so-
decade.
yeah.
We don't know
Yeah.
50s music.
but the
Okay.
song is, okay, what was it again?
So, fingernails
I
and
chew my
toenails.
nails and I twiddle my thumbs.
I don't
Think-
even
think-
know. This-
I'm kind of nervous,
what-
but it
what
sure
is-
is fun.
What is you tell
Jerry
your
Lee
kids
Lewis.
not to do?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry
Yeah.
Lewis.
Yes.
Kind of nervous, but it sure is fun.
Uh-huh.
It's goodness. It's Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of
there it is.
Fire.
And he actually
Nice.
sung when we went to
yeah.
last year,
We
the
watched
Million
that.
Dollar
Oh,
Quartet.
Million
We saw
Dollar
him singing. All these songs came from that.
Yeah,
We were there.
we were there.
What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. Well,
Okay, there's two more. Who are we at? Travis.
Sorry,
Jason.
Jason. Jason.
Travis's
we're at
turn.
Jason.
Team Travis.
Splish splash. I was taking a bath long about a Saturday night.
I can sing it.
Rub a dub, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was all right.
Nice. Name of it?
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. That song.
Don't.
is-
I gave you the don't.
who sings that?
I don't know.
Everything was all right.
So, don't.
It's pretty obvious, the name of it.
Splish Splash.
Splish Splash. Do you know the singer?
Garth Brooks.
No, stop. You're hurting me.
Garth Brooks.
Was it Bobby Darin?
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
there
it.
you go.
Bobby
Yeah.
Darin.
Okay, here we go. I'll give Mr. Rod and Miss Tammy 100 points if they get this right.
100
and
points.
we'll call
All
you
right.
the winners.
Okay,
my
yeah,
goodness.
we need this one.
We sure did.
Look,
100 points.
we're competitive, so you better get it.
Okay,
Words.
I don't know what time this is from, but I'm going to guess 50s again. Call my baby lollipop. Tell me why.
Do you know this one too?
Yeah, it's easy.
I thought they were all easy too. I
Yeah,
can't.
but it's all 50s though.
I don't know 50s music.
My mom made us listen to this all the time when I was little.
Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, lolly, lolly.
There you go. Yeah, you got to do that part.
All right, finish it, Travis. Call my baby
Call my
lollipop.
baby
Tell me
lollipop,
why.
Tell me why.
Well, I
Is
know
it
this.
his kisses sweeter than apple pie?
This kiss is sweeter than an apple pie.
Apple pie.
Who's it by?
Who sings it?
It's a girl group that I have no idea.
It's some Ets.
It's not the Ronettes.
Not no.
The Rockettes.
Cordettes.
Cordettes. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
No, would never.
Okay. Well,
Travis won.
Travis.
We smoked you all. You don't even know.
I could have given you Jason, but
I could have been on your
Clearly-
team as well.
Yeah, you still would have
I
asked.
wouldn't know how.
Not
Yeah, you're
I got-
right in Travis's wheelhouse.
I got
so-
Garth
Hey,
Brooks.
listen, this was fun. I don't want this to end.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at this.
You want to run out and get your guitar too, right?
Yeah, should have brought it.
Well, we know where Travis is. We know his strength is definitely
Yeah.
the old music, so that's good. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, we really do have a good time here on our podcast. Thank you guys for coming and telling your story. And again, we want to encourage everybody here to be a part of a D group. It's a lot of fun, and great relationships are being built. Thank you, Travis, for all your knowledge. It's always good. Thanks, Sarah, for putting a good game. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks. Bye.